Do 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 dee 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 dee. Oh, testing, testing, testing. Just a surprise. Yes, a surprise. Wow. I went from having like the Razor Ramon 5 o'clock shadow to like I don't know the Kenny Loggins deal. Let me see. Microphone here. Testing, testing, testing. Yes. Okay. Well, you can see into my madness. Wow, there's two people watching already. Like, are you sitting on my couch or something? Good God. What do we got here? Jay McClintock. Oh man, what up? What up, man? How you doing? I don't normally jump on here like this, but especially you guys are seeing like the madness here. I've been working on new Smash Ventura TV episodes like a madman. How dedicated am I to this return? I like to do the talk breaks fresh every week, but let's surmise how many episodes worth of great 80s features have I got laid out as we speak, not counting the little touches I'm still tweaking. 4 years. 4 years. That's how dedicated I am to once I'm back, baby, I'm back. Real life, work schedule, crazy stuff. It just is easier as you guys long-term watchers of Smash Ventura TV and folks still finding me, which I appreciate. You've seen the production values, you've seen how the show is laid out. Um, so having the show itself pre-produced and then I just host it fresh every week is going to be a game changer. So anyway, new Smash Ventura TV's coming. I can't tell you exactly when, but I've been working on it, baby. The real point of this video, though, I don't normally do unboxings. I don't normally do reviews of this nature, but I had to make a very special exception for my dear friend Nett over at XOX Random Treasures. And I'm not as polished with this as our good friend Jason Nupp is. Hey, Dynamite Tiger, Merry New Year to you. I feel honored. We got some YouTube legends in here already. Jay McClintock and Dynamite Tiger. Thank you guys. I didn't think anyone would notice that I jumped on real quick. But anyway, so Annette does some great stuff, as you know, from Jason Nupp, our dear friend, mentioning she does great stuff with LJNs. I don't typically collect LJNs anymore. My collection of choice is Jack's Classic Superstars because part of me is a tinkerer. I love to custom. I love to tinker, and so I consider the Jack's Classic Superstars. What would happen if the LJNs went to the AWA Remcos and said, "Come on, baby, come on." um, and in collecting them, I've been able to tinker with their parts and customize them the way I like and work on body structures and think outside the box. So before I get to this review on what I got from Nett, which is my first Etsy purchase ever and my first purchase from Nett, despite being a big fan of hers for a very long time, and also Kevin Pelkey from Print Fury, which you guys have seen the commercial for, and there's going to be a commercial for Nett. How could I not do a commercial for Nett? My God. But so, um, before I go into the review for Nat, as I said, I collect Jack's Classic Superstars partly because I like to tinker. And so, let me show you just a couple of things I've done in the past. So, this is my good guy, LJN ish Andre the Giant. Now, I know what you're thinking. Well, wait a minute. That looks better than the Jack's Andre the Giant. Those aren't the same parts that came out of package. You're right. I love to tinker, so with this Andre, what I did was you've got the original head, and then you've got one of the Among Us. I don't know which one. I forget. I refer to it as the pot belly Umaga. And so you got his torso and his shoulders and arms. I swapped out the hands, and at the bottom there, you've got the short Stone Cold Steve Austin boots. The waist down to the knees and the head are the Jack's Good Guy Andre. So that gives you an idea of the tinkering I like to do. And one thing I also did is wow, that's a bad angle. Forgive me. I'm trying to show you the waistline. With the Umaga torso, there would normally be like hang off. And what I did was I used a Dremel to round it. See? So this is a little example of how I like to tinker. And so my entire classic wrestling figure fed is adjusted like this Andre. I'll give you another example before we go into the review. Big Van Vader. I was not, and I'll read your comments in a minute, guys. I was not happy. I loved the Jax Vader head, the one from the Kane 2-pack, but I did not like that they just slapped him onto a Yoko body. But rather than complain at nauseum with walls of dialogue, the tinkerer in me was like, hey, let's see if we, my imagination can make this better. So here's my Vader. Now, I don't want you guys to think that I keep using potbelly Umagas for everybody. I don't, just certain people. And another one that came in handy for was Vader. So what we got here is from the waist down to the knees is the Bam Bam Bigelow, Dusty Rhodes sized fat guy. I'm not sure exactly what to call that, but you know what I mean. The mid-range fat guy body. So from the waist down to the knees, that figure, Bam Bam Bigelow, Dusty Rhodes. The torso and arms are, again, another Potbelly Umaga. And the gloves are, I forget if these are Vader gloves or Undertaker gloves. And the funny thing is, I don't know if you can see that, but I swapped out the wrist part on the gloves with a Big Show. So those are Big Show wrists. And then, of course, we got the 2-pack Kane Vader 2-pack head scan, which I like. And then we got the short Austin boots again to kind of mimic Vader's short boots. And a pair of knee pads, I think, ironically, were from a Mattel Dusty. But so again, another example of how I like the classic Jax Superstars for my classic Fed, but I tinker. If they don't look right to me, I tinker. So that Vader, I'm very proud of that Vader. And another one I'll show you before we get to the review on Nett is my Hulk Hogan. I love the skin tone on the Mattel Hogans. That orangey tan, that was what was missing from previous Hogan figures. So here we got a Jax Classic Hogan from the neck down to the knees. And then you can't see it because it's hidden under the knee pads, but I extended the legs a little bit, hid the extension under the knee pads, and we got the original Hogan boots. And then these arms are from the, I don't know what they were called, the deluxe Jax guys, because some of them had bigger arms. So to get those 24-inch pythons, we put those on there. And then we got the Mattel, one of the Mattel Hogan heads. It took a number of times to figure out what the skin tone was for the Jax Mattel Hogan head. And forgive me, the name slips my mind, but I did find one that is a pretty close match, as I think you guys will agree. The shirt is from a Mattel Hogan. The belt is a 3D printed belt. Just amazing, the technology out there. Oh shoot, I'm gonna shoot myself here. I can't remember. Turnquist. Anyone hear of Turnquist 3D printed belts? Great guy to work with. Great guy to buy from. He does an amazing job. I've got all the classic belts from the regions I want in my collection. I didn't go with Memphis. AWA and WCCW in my federation kind of mixed with the Memphis roster. So I've got the AWA belts that I want. I've got the WCCW belts that I want. I've got the UWF belts that I want. The NWA is very well represented from the Ric Flair World Title straight down to the Tully Blanchard Television Title, and of course the World Wrestling Federation. So little extra promo for Turnquist custom belts. And let me let me take the gear off Hulk here because I want to show off the body. There wasn't, not like with Andre and Vader, there wasn't as much tinkering with Hulk, but I'm still pretty proud of how he turned out. And so there you go, brother. And then, if we get a little Saturday Night Main Event action going here, tonight we're going to take out King Kong Bundy and Big John Studd, brother. And now with the secret weapon from Nett at XOX Random Treasures. Wow, I'm all over the place. Now the mania is back, brother. Hogan, let's go to the ring. Yes. Okay. So anyhow, another shout out before I get to that. Tom Veg, the great Tom Veg. Oh my. I am old enough to remember an era of trying to have the classic federation that I wanted, where I was putting LJN heads on Remco bodies. And that did look strange, but the Tom Veg era, as I've coined it, for the man that I call the modern day master sculptor, Tom Veg. I don't ever want to experience collecting again before the Tom Veg era. But my point being, though, as I get to Nat, is there's so many great, talented people out there doing amazing things. I mean, Turnquist Belts and Nett and Kevin Pelkey and the great Tom Veg, and just we live in an amazing age of people doing creative things, and we can finally have the rosters we want, how we want them. But anyhow, let me get to Nett. I did want to ask you guys, like I said, I am producing new episodes of Smash Ventura TV like a madman, so I can't say a return date yet, but it's no longer a tease as it's in the works. It's being done right now, and I'm very happy about that. There was something I was thinking about adding to the channel. We got Smash Ventura TV coming back. We've got VCW. I was thinking of doing like a show and tell segment, not anything too long or flashy, but where I pick a few of my guys here on the roster, and I show them, and I do like a voiceover about, okay, who do I use parts wise to make these guys, and here's, if you want, here's where you can get the heads, Tom Veg, Warsman, such and such. If a Turnquist belt shows up, okay, you can get the belts from Turnquist. Yeah, I'm thinking kind of a show and tell segment, but you tell me what you guys think. Okay, now you can tell I miss you guys because every time I do appear, I love just visiting and talking nostalgia. Now, it's not too often that I get so excited when a box comes in that I just tear right into it like a 8-year-old. But this beautiful box that our dear friend, the gold standard of YouTube, Jason Nupp, yes, the new 80s revolution. He is much more polished with this pitch than I am, but Nett at XOX Random Treasures. There's something magical that happens when you see the white box of nostalgia, of happiness. And I did already open it, as you can tell. I did a number on this box, but I love the stickers. So first impression, I love the stickers. I mean, there's a vibe the minute you see this box. And so there's wonderful stickers. That includes candy. And of course, me being a goofball, I see this and I'm thinking, my fur children deserve to see me get a free gift. But Nett, thank you for the candy. I'm trying to take back off the 30 pounds I put back on, but thank you for the candy. Now, we're going to open the rest of this together. Again, I don't normally do this, but I had to make a special exception for Nett. Two giant holes in my classic roster are the little people, as we'll call them, the little peoples. And I had been watching for a while, but when Jason Nupp did his review, I had to pull the trigger on this one. So, Little Beaver and the Haiti Kid. Big holes in a classic roster. And there's Little Beaver. What helped me a lot with Jason Nupp's review is, I mean, they look great. I ordered the unpainted ones because I'm cool with painting them. But what helped me a lot is even though I knew these were around for a while, sometimes it's hard to tell, okay, but if they fit into my scale. Jack's Classic Superstars, their general height isn't too dissimilar from the LJNs, but I wasn't sure. But then when Jason did his review, and I think he held like a bendy Roddy Piper next to a few of them, I was like, yes, okay, now I'm doing it. So let's open up the little beaver here. That's a phrase you won't catch me saying. Well, is it prom night in 1985? Anyway, oh my, oh, it's not the same as the LJN smell, but it's similar. Oh my, it is rubber. I'll be darned. Check this out. That is cool. Oh, right now he's a naked beaver, but anyway. So there's little beaver from Nett at XOX Random Treasures. Amazing, amazing. And we'll open up Haiti Kid before we do a comparisons to my scale. Oh my. Nett, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. There's nothing for us collectors worse than, okay, you have a hole in your roster and you're not able to fill that hole in the roster. But anyway, I won't say I'm a completionist. Like, I don't need 17 versions of Andre the Giant, but not having Haiti Kid and Little Beaver was a problem for my 80s WWF collection. So, oh my. Rubber, everybody. Good God, we're practicing safe wrestling here. It's not the same as the LJN smell, but you've now seen Smash Ventura sniffing naked action figures, so do with that as you will. Oh, that is amazing. The Haiti Kid. Yes. Yes. Unbelievable. So let's take a look at scale here. So we got Hulk again, and see if I can match this up here. There's Little Beaver next to Hulk. That looks good. I wasn't sure if they would work with my guys. I thought maybe they just work with the LJN guys, but no. No, this looks right to me. Maybe I don't have Junkyard Dog right next to me, but maybe like on that Saturday night's main event, it's like every dog needs a bone to chew on, Daddy, and together with the Junkyard Dog and the Haiti Kid, we're gonna go out there and find ourselves a bone to gnaw. The Haiti Kid. That's amazing. Okay, now for a weird time warp, let's mix WCW from the early 90s. Oh boy, with WWF from the 80s. I'm gonna take the Haiti Kid and I'm gonna beat him. Yeah. When you do a Randy Savage impression in your youth, it catches up to you in your adult age. But all right, Little Beaver with Big Van Vader. Yeah, I mean, what do you guys think? This looks good to me. That looks about right. I'm very very impressed is not the word for it. I'm elated. I am elated. Look at that. My Andre the Giant with Little Beaver. There we go. Stand back indeed. Let's see the Haiti Kid with Andre here. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, no, I am beyond happy with this. Beyond happy with this. And that was such a pleasure to do business with. I'm gonna cheat and show you guys one that I'm working on, Rowdy Roddy Piper. And I love the Mattel Piper head, but of course, when you're using it on Jack's classic bodies, that can be problematic. But I think I got a solution build wise. Now this isn't going to look pretty because he isn't done yet. But so there's my Roddy Piper, and that's the Mattel Screaming Head, and the torso is a Rey Mysterio. The arms are Rey Mysterio. The hands I swapped out, and I did some painting on there so the skin matches. And the lower half is from a Jack's classic Freebird Buddy Roberts. And I chose that because the scale with the legs. I'm trying to, when I do this, I try to I try to match up scale. I'm kind of I'm particular about at least scale being within close. I'm not like crazy about it, but I mean, since I like to tinker, I just try to challenge myself. Okay, how can I do a little bit better than what they did? The boots are the short Austin boots again. I think I'm gonna adjust the knee pads, but there's my Piper mid work, so we'll put Haiti Kid next to Piper here. Oh yeah, yeah, no, we're gonna shave the Haiti Kid, and Jimmy Snooker comes out here, and he wants to climb trees like a monkey, and he wants to throw bananas, and he likes the coconuts, and I'm waiting for that Piper Spit set to come in. That's on the way. I'm very excited about that. But there's Piper with the. Let's do that again. Piper with the Haiti Kid. Thank you, Nett. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, let's do Piper with. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, no, this is perfect. This has turned out better than I had hoped. I was thinking, okay, maybe if they're a little too tall, I might have to trim the legs or something, but no, no, these are perfect. Little paint, no problem. My King Kong Bundy over there is gone. Okay, now you're in big trouble. But so yeah, Smash Ventura, first time ever buying something off of Etsy. And even though I've been a big fan of Nett at XOX Random Treasures for a very long time, my first time purchasing from Nett, and what a pleasurable experience! What a wonderful experience! Real professional, great quality. If you're collecting LJNs, or if you're like me and collecting Jack's classics, and you need the Haiti Kid and Little Beaver, go on over the Net at XOX Random Treasures and make it happen. Make it happen. And then we can reenact Bundy squashing Beaver all day long. Anyhow, let me before I wrap up, let me take a look at the comments. I know I went a little long, but Lord knows I love and miss you guys. Jay McClintock, what up? Yep, from earlier. In the house. Yes, you are. Dynamite Tiger, Merry New Year. Merry New Year to you, my brother. Always good to see you. I love seeing everybody. Dynamite Tiger, you inspired good old Stephen Brown to start his own Did I? You inspired good old Stephen Brown to start his own wrestling federation. Oh, that is awesome. Steven's one of the folks who has been enjoying VCW content, and one of his favorite wrestlers in my roster is the Vermont Tornado. He's been enjoying the feud between Vermont Tornado and the Southern Dandy, and he did mention to me that he enjoyed it so much that he was considering bringing back his own federation or doing his own federation, and I'm honored. Stephen Brown, the Beefer. I'm honored if I inspired him. That's great. That's what this retro community is all about, man. So Beefcake, if it's on your channel, I'm already subscribed. If you're doing a new channel, tell me. I'll subscribe, man. That's awesome. Dynamite Tiger, love XOX stuff. Yeah, no, I've been a fan of Nett and Random Treasures for a long, long time. I already know Kevin Pelkey. We did a Christmas episode of Smash Ventura TV where he was a special guest, and just a great guy. And I bought from him before. Real pleasure. And let's see, Dynamite Tiger, cool, nice, looks good, brother. Thank you, thank you. Like I said, I'm thinking of a show and tell segment where I show a couple of my figures from my roster over there that you see behind me, and if that's something you guys would like to see on the channel, I'll work it in. It won't be a set schedule for that, but yeah, every now and again I'll do a little show and tell with maybe 3, maybe 5 of the figures, and tell you where you can get the heads, and if the belts appear, where you can get the belts, and tell you how I made them. Maybe I might inspire someone to switch parts around on their Jack's Classic guys. Whew, I'm in real need of a shave here. I look like in between jobs Ventura, which by the way, I am looking for more work. But anyhow, if you heard that sound, that's another episode, a future episode of Smash Ventura TV going ding. I've been laying them out ahead of time so I can host them fresh every week, and looking forward to that. Can't tell you a return date yet, but that's coming. Anyway, Dynamite Tiger, go Net. Yes, yes, yes. It is. great to see the little folks included, Dynamite Tiger. You know, Jason Nupp did a great video on this, and it got me thinking. I if it's viable for Nett to do, I would like to see some more of the little people from the '80s. I don't remember all of them, but Little Mr. T was cool, and then there was Little Tokyo and Lord Littlebrook, and so I'd like to see a few more of those. I would definitely add those to the collection. Um, let's. Oh man, Darth Baka, how are you doing, brother? I smash. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you, brother. Okay. I've been on here longer than I intend. So to summarize, Nett at XOX Random Treasures on Etsy. Go check her out. Great LJN stuff. Great little peoples. If you collect Jack's classic superstars, the little peoples fit in with them. Let's take a look at them one more time. I am deep. Not knee deep. I am waist deep in making new episodes of Smash Ventura TV. So hoping to be talking about that more in the near future. If you guys want me to show off, just to say again, if you guys want me to show off my wrestling collection back there, in a show and tell segment, you know, maybe 3, maybe 5 figures at a time. Let me know if you'd like to see that on the channel. I will make that happen. Again, kudos to Beefcake for being inspired by me. I don't know how much credit I could take, but being inspired to launch his own organization, his own wrestling federation. I'm looking forward to checking that out. And let's take a look at a few more comments before I sign off here. Dynamite Tiger, looking forward to show and tell. Could be fun. Yeah, you know, just a random little segment that'll pop up every now and again. You know, okay, here's 3 or 4 or 5 of guys from my roster. Dynamite Tiger, later, buddy. God bless. God bless you, man. You know, you guys have kept me going. You guys have kept the dream alive, and as long as you guys want it, there will always be a Smash Ventura program in some shape, form, or fashion. Darth Baka, will there be more VCW? Absolutely. Thank you for asking. VCW is not on a set schedule, but there will be more. And right now, if you watched Jingle Bell Brawl, I don't want to go too much longer with this video, but if you saw Jingle Bell Brawl, I decided to unify the VCW United States and World Tag Team titles. And the reason why I did that is because I noticed that the shows tend to run a little bit long. And with the regular shows, like the TV shows, I want to put retro commercials in the commercial break areas. So um, I want there to be enough room on a show to build not just the champions challengers, but the undercard as well. There's a lot of guys on the roster I haven't been able to feature yet. And so, yeah, I unified the tag titles, and I'm considering, I haven't made a decision on it, but I'm considering unifying the TV title and the US title. And that way it'll give us 4 main titles and still enough room on the shows to uh, lift up the undercard. There's a lot of great talents on there. I took a lot of time painstakingly going through their move sets and their entrances and such and such. I also have the goal of changing some of the pop culture people I have. Like I have Bull Hurley from Over the Top on the roster, but copyright wise, I can't sell Bull Hurley mugs or theme songs or anything. So I'm thinking of combing through some of the pop culture people on the roster. Bolo Young's another one, and kind of creating my own version so that copyright wise, I can then market T-shirts and their theme music, and of the my version guys, and run this thing like an actual real promotion. I mean, this is a childhood thing from way back when I was a kid, and I think it's a neat idea to all of a sudden there's VCW the Music Volume 3, and the Steve Storm mug, and the Death Squad shoes, and not it's not a money thing, but it's just like, boy, wouldn't that be cool? I'd like to own a few Death Squad mugs myself. But anyhow, thank you, Darth Baka, for asking that. There will be more. I can't say exactly when, because I'm vowed and determined to get Smash Ventura TV back up and running. But Yeah, there will be more VCW, and I'm glad because I wasn't sure if really anyone was watching VCW. I see that people are watching, but there hasn't been feedback yet. So thank you. I really appreciate that. All right. With that being said, I want to thank you guys for coming in and joining me on this impromptu Smash Ventura video. Thank you again, Nett at XOX Random Treasures. Thank you to all the awesome creative people out there: Tom Veg, Jason Nupp, Scotty, from Australia, Scott Crusher. I mean, I'm honored to be a part of this community. And so many great people. Anyhow, back to making Smash Ventura TV episodes. Um, Thanks again, guys. I appreciate you all. I miss you all. I love you all from the bottom of my nostalgic heart, baby. And as I always say, let me find the sign off button here for as I always say, take care, and I will see you in the past. Good night, everybody.